Howdy everybody, welcome back to the Eat Right Family Homestead. Today you're with me in the kitchen and we're going to make some baggy corn. My mother-in-law used to make this and she taught me how to make it, and so I continue that on because it is one of our favorites. This is probably the fourth time I have made it, or fourth season I have made it without her. So I got 10 dozen ears of corn. I just watched my grandson throw. Must have been a bad ear that up in the air, and the chickens they're gonna fight over it. So the kids are out husking them, shucking them, whatever you want to call it. And then they're bringing them into me. I'm washing them, and I am making them go from this to this with an electric knife. I have 3 of them and 4 sets of blades, not quite sure. So my plan is, though, I'm going to use them all this year, and then I'm going to keep the best of them and get rid of the rest, because I don't make corn often enough. It was 2 years ago. Before that it was 3 years. So, and that is, believe it or not, the only time we use these electric knives. So let me show you what my pan looks like of how far I am to this point. And it is 6 o'clock. My goal is to be in bed by 10. It takes an hour once the corn hits the roaster. So worst case scenario, I have 2 teenagers helping me, and so they may find themselves with an electric knife in hand as well. But we're going to try to get this done, and then I think I'm probably going to get, if I have time, 1 more batch of corn from the colony, and do some with sweet peppers in them. Dale really likes it that way, and that was an addition I've made, I don't know, a couple batches ago. So, excuse me, I forgot to get the sweet peppers. So, anyways, let me flip you around. Let me show you what I have going on in this pan, and then I'm going to get to town cutting, and I will bring you back when it's time for something to go into the roaster. All right, so this is what we got. I just have a big, I don't know, it's like a buffet tray. And then I have a bowl, electric knife. This fish one I thought was going to be the first one I threw away, but that's the one I'm seeming to be using this go around. But really all I do is I take the corn, put it on the bowl, and I use the knife to cut the corn off the cob. And then I will put it in the roaster pan. So I will bring you back after I'm so far in and we're ready to put the first batch into the roaster. Alright, so this is only 4 dozen, and it's pretty close to busting the seams of my roaster pan. But I have half a pound of butter here, and then I have a half a pound of butter in the middle there somewhere. And I have it at only 200 degrees. So this is probably, I don't know, a third of a half a gallon of half and half. I'm basically just going to let it cook. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir it every 15 minutes. I still add salt and pepper, but both of mine are in grinders, so I can't really hold my phone and do that. But you can see there is milk, or half and half, I guess, in the bottom there. So I'm going to spray, blah. I'm going to put a bunch of salt and pepper in this. I might, I don't know. I shouldn't have to add any more butter, so it's a pound of butter. And we'll see on the half and half, but it is now 6:45. Evelyn did help me, so to get these 4. So we're all just shy of half done. So wish us luck. We're gonna get back to it. All right, so there it is with some pepper and salt. You can't really see it, but I'm gonna put the lid back on it, and I'm gonna turn it up to 325. And I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes, and I will stir it every 15 minutes for 1 hour. All right, folks, we're done. It's 8:30. Evelyn stuck it out and helped me. Out of the 10 dozen, we did have 5 ears that went straight to the chickens because they were so buggy that the girls wouldn't even break them to keep the good part. And then we kept out 6 to have with supper. What else we're having with supper? I don't know. I was thinking cereal, because now I have to clean up this mess in here. Using an electric knife to cut the corn off the cob is very messy. Our kitchen is going to be very sticky. So I'm going to work on that now. And I'm going to take all of these, I have 5 dozens worth, and I'm going to put them in a trash bag. And then I'm going to give them to the chickens tomorrow because they got all the silks and the other 5 dozen already. And so we'll make them wait till tomorrow to have the rest. So I'll bring you back when it's time to bag them up. All right, folks. I think I said in the last video it was like 8:30 and I thought we were making good time. It must have been like 7:30 and I don't know how to tell time because I've cleaned up the mess, made dinner, and we've eaten dinner. So the first batch is done, and I'll flip you around in just a second to show it to you. One of them I used ground pepper, and then the other one, the second batch, I used finely ground, I don't know, pepper out of a can. So I didn't grind it myself. And then I also used regular table salt in that one too, which would have been the way my mother-in-law would have made it. So this first batch I'm going to bag up is the way I would have made it. And then I am going to have to get at least 5 more dozen so I can make baggie corn with the peppers in it. So first trick to getting it into baggies is to purchase one of these green things. It holds the bags very nicely, keeps them open, and you can use it for taller bags too. Obviously I don't need that taller bag because this is just a quart bag. But so that'll be the game plan. I'm just going to lay them flat in the freezer. And so it is now 9 o'clock. We are going to bust through this one, and then we're going to do the other one. KK is being a doll, and she's cutting out taffy for the freeze dryer, because I like to run that at night when the house is cooler. So, anyways, all right, here we go. Let me flip you around. Okay, so my photography is going to be kind of crazy because I don't really have a good camera stand at the moment. So, bag. I'm literally just going to scoop and dump. And this is just as messy as it looks like it's going to be. So, make sure you get liquid in there. This is a 2-cup liquid measuring cup. So, not all of the kids are huge fans of this, but most of us in the house are. So then I'll just seal it and lay it flat. I was thinking I could have labeled the bag first, but it's the only way we're going to have corn in the freezer if it's baggie corn. So that will go in the freezer. I might actually find a marker and put the year on it, just in case we find some from years past. So anyways, I'm going to get to busy. I will let you know how many bags total we get. Alright folks, so here's the freezer. I got 10 bags out of each batch. So 20 bags out of 10 dozen ears of sweet corn. So I will probably go back, get some more, and do those with peppers. Alright, this is what's left in the bottom of the second pan. I'm probably going to put it all into this, and I'm going to eat it, because I would hate for it to go to waste. Usually I have Dale here as a taste tester, but he's not home tonight, so I guess I get to enjoy it, and I get to tell him about it in the morning. Alright, well that was it. That was how we make baggie corn. Something else I was thinking about that I know I'm asked a lot when I talk about baggie corn, and I don't blanch the corn or anything. I just cut it straight off the cob. So the kids cleaned it, I rinsed it, cut the bad spots out, and then I just cut the kernels off, and then I cook it. So in a roaster pan of 5 dozen ears, I had a pound of butter and 1/4 of a gallon of half and half. So that's it. and I cook it in the roaster at 325 for an hour, stirring every 15 minutes, and then I bag it up. There's approximately probably 3 cups worth of corn in each one of the quart bags. So that was it. Thanks for tagging along. I hope you all have a great night.